Hello, everybody, and welcome again to the Voiceover Show. A very special episode of the Voiceover Show, actually. I'm Lenny, as always, and this is Xavier, as always.
What's up, guys? Today we're taking you way back. We got a special guest today, but he won't be coming on set with us. He will be showing up right there. We're going to do our first satellite remote show with Greg Snegoff.
Our Voiceover Show satellite is bringing Greg to us from Rome. So without further ado, let's get him out here. Hey, Greg, how you doing?
Hey there. Good to be here. Good to see you guys.
How you doing?
Quite well, actually. How about yourself?
We're pretty good.
Doing good over here, man.
Very good for you here up in satellite land.
This is so cool. So this is the first one, the pilot for our remotes, our satellite episode. So we're very happy to have you. Thank you so much for being a part of this.
So, do you mind if we just roll right into the questions?
Do it.
So let's do the Robotech movie.
Yeah, what can you tell us about that? Anything you could tell us?
The live action movie?
Yes.
Not a lot, because Sony is playing it a little close to the vest. As I said, James Wan's directing it. Don't know who the writer is at the moment. They changed writers recently. James Wan is a huge Robotech fan, which is a good thing. And Sony is really, really supportive of all things Robotech. Until the live action movie comes out, they are going to be very supportive of the new animated films, the series, and all the stuff that we're going to be doing. So it's a good match.
And you're still fully involved in Robotech then, right?
I'm involved with Robotech. I'm not involved with the live action film, not until they call me, of course, but I'm not sitting by the phone.
Cool.
But yeah, the other stuff with Harmony Gold and other projects, definitely involved.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I write them and direct them, most of them.
Awesome.
You've done a lot of film dubbing, including a certain movie that I'm pretty sure some of you have heard of called Cool World. Can you tell us a little bit about that, how that was?
Cool World is definitely cool, but very weird. For those of you who
I've
haven't
seen it, Xavier hasn't.
Yeah.
It's what?
I have not seen it.
Okay. All right. I won't give it away, but it's Brad Pitt's. I think it's the film he did after we discovered him in Thelma and Louise.
Oh, wow.
Huh.
Baby Brad. And he stars in it as a guy who has a car accident in the 50s in Nevada, and he slips through a wormhole in time and ends up in Cool World, which is an entire world of animated creatures. And he becomes basically the sort of detective sheriff character of Cool World. And he has to deal with constantly these zillions of bizarre creatures that populate Cool World. It was done by the same director who did Fritz the Cat, the animated feature many, many, many years ago, which is very, very cool and weird as well. And my character in that, besides, there were lots of characters that I did. The principal one is a blue gorilla.
Is his name Bash?
Bash. Well done. You've done your homework.
Yeah. I did.
See, we do some research.
Bash doesn't really talk per se. He doesn't say things, though you understand what he's talking about. Because this all he does is that kind of stuff.
That's awesome. That's fantastic.
We had fun. We had a lot of fun doing that, because all of the cartoon voices, except the major ones, were done in post-production. They were done after it was shot.
Of course.
So we laid in hundreds of different voices for all those creatures you see bouncing by.
That's crazy.
It's definitely worth seeing. It's a weird film, but it's definitely worth seeing.
I'm gonna check it out.
Xavier, after the show, I'm going to make you watch it.
I'm down. Totally down with that. All right. So, all right, guys. We'll be right back.
See you soon.
It was no ordinary Saturday morning cartoon. It was edgier, cooler, No cookie-cutter characters or plots. It did things no show had done before, and few have done since. It was called Robotech, and cartoons were never the same again. Not merely a collection of standalone adventures, lacking in consequence, Robotech chronicles the struggles of several characters against the backdrop of devastating war.
Wait here, I'll see what's going on.
The first portion of the massive Robotech story is known as the Macross Saga. Humanity comes together after the crash landing of a massive alien ship, and amateur pilot Rick Hunter finds himself in the wrong place at the right time. A race of gigantic beings known as the Zentradi come in search of the missing alien ship, which has been rebuilt by humanity as the Battle Fortress SDF-1. What begins as Rick's attempt to survive the surprise Zentradi attack quickly turns into much more. As Rick follows in the footsteps of his childhood friend, he enlists as a pilot of the transformable mecha planes, the Veritex.
It's bad down there. I've got to go back.
Taking place 15 years after the events of the Macross Saga, the saga known as the Robotech Masters tells the story of humanity's second war with alien invaders. This time, the enemy are the beings known as the Robotech Masters, and they've come to Earth to reclaim something they've lost, and to find out what happened to their Zentradi army. But this time, Earth's survival may be in the hands of the plucky young Lieutenant Dana Sterling and her band of misfit hover tank pilots.
Go out there and show the enemy exactly what we're made of.
The final arc of this massive story, The New Generation, occurs 12 years after the second Robotech War. This time, the invaders have already won. The Invid, the ancient enemies of the Robotech Masters, come to Earth searching for the key to their survival, and they find it. Their conquering of Earth was swift, their dominance absolute. Lieutenant Commander Scott Bernard has never seen the Earth. Born in space, he has lived his life among the stars. Little does he know that a disastrous attempt by Earth's remaining space forces to retake the planet will leave him as the sole survivor of his fleet. Bent on revenge for the love he lost, and determined to carry out his mission to destroy the Invid base no matter what, Scott travels a land that is alien to him.
Don't you realize that without any kind of resistance, you've got no hope?
Exciting battles, tragic characters, star-crossed romance, and the fate of the world. Robotech stood out from the crowd when it first aired, and it still stands out today. Whether you've watched it before or are new to this phenomena, experience the series that changed what America thought of as cartoons.
Welcome back, everybody. Now we have a special activity with Greg. We are going to give him some scenarios for him to voice act with some of his more famous characters. Xavier, take it away.
Absolutely. All right, Greg, so the first one we're going to do is Lord Kyron. And for those of you that don't know, he is the master villain in Robotech. So, Lord Kyron, can you please tell the youth why drugs are bad?
Miserable Mycronians. You silly fools. Of course drugs are bad. Because it takes you out of the way of my cannon fire before I can get to you.
That's incredible, Greg. That's incredible. All right, the next one is going to be Mo. Now, Mo is an eccentric pilot for interstellar vehicles, etc. And but we're going to need him to tell us about driving safety and seatbelt safety.
What? Seatbelts? Driving safety? I never heard of something that stupid. This ship's taken me from, well, I can't say that, but anyway, it's taken me a hell of a long way, and I have yet to wear a seatbelt.
That's so cool, man. All right, we would like to hear Bash the Gorilla order his favorite meal from his favorite burger joint.
Same thing I ordered last time.
That's amazing. I would not eat that. But all right. So the last one we're gonna do is the Misfit Behemoth, and basically his personality seems to be like a strong, muscular, not very intelligent type. So basically, I would like the Misfit Behemoth to stop a physical fight altercation with his words.
You guys don't want to do that no more, 'cause you could hurt somebody, or I could. You got it?
We got it. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, everybody. Here with Greg. We got a couple more stuff to go over. Greg, we wanted to ask you about a dub that you're working on now in film that's coming over to America, right?
Yep. It's in America. It's a very successful Italian series. It's into its 8th year now. It's a cop show. Its Italian name is Squadra Antimafia, the anti-mafia squad, though in English it will probably have a different name. And we're kind of proud of it because we took it, we dubbed it into English. It went on the air, went on broadcast TV, free TV. We did a test in the Washington, D.C., Baltimore area. It's a 2-hour show, 2-hour pilot. Went on in English, no subtitles. And we got a 21% share. We even blew away Saturday afternoon college football, which is a tough thing to do. So we're pretty happy with that. And it's going to be going. The series is going to go on the air in about 20 cities all over the United States. So keep your eye out for it. It's pretty much the first time that's ever been done in the United States.
And how many episodes have you guys dubbed so far?
We're just starting now, but there are about 140 episods.
Wow.
So it's going to be going on for a while, yeah. And we've also been contacted by the Russians. They have 2 series that we're going to be putting on. One's a kind of a spy series, another one's a thriller, and they're both very good as well. So there's a lot of that kind of material you're going to be seeing more and more and more. There's a whole world of great TV out there that so far has not been able to be seen in the United States because they've been putting subtitles on it, and nobody wants to read subtitles.
Yeah. When you fix the language barrier, really, everybody's captivated on that aspect. So that's awesome.
Yeah, we're happy with it because nobody realized that it was dubbed. They just thought, oh, okay, this is shot in Italy, and that's fine.
Oh, that's awesome.
The best kind of dub is the one you don't know is a dub.
Yeah, true that. Heard that.
Yeah.
I believe that's it. We are at our end of our time together. We want to thank you for being here with us, Greg.
It's my pleasure, guys. Call me anytime.
We certainly will.
Yeah, keep us posted on everything, and we hope...
I'm expecting to see tickets to the Robotech movie in my mailbox at some point.
Yeah. Keep us posted,
I will.
Man.
Thanks.
Thank you, Greg. And thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.